Tutorial for GesturePresenter ExC. In this tutorial, we will create on a single slide the two movies that will play simultaneously with a text item. If you open ExC presentation in your keynote, go to slide 3. Let's play what the end result will look like. So the end result is going to be both movies playing as Q1 by Flavor is animating with a flame animation. So I'm going to delete the movies so that we can recreate them, and the text box in order to recreate this example. So we start by putting in a text box, putting in the text Q1 by Flavor. We will position it roughly over here. We will then add the two movies, vid1, just drag and drop it into the presentation roughly here. I'm not going to be too particular about the sizing and position. And the next one, vid2, we will put over here, except I dragged it too quickly. Here it is. Move it about here. Next, we will add the animation to the text box. Click Animate in the upper right, click Build In, click Add In Effect, and we can choose Flame or whatever you would like to choose. And then go to Build Order, and you can see vid1, click after Transition, vid2, click after with build 1, and Q1 by Flavor can be with build 1. This almost doesn't matter because when we convert it to an MP4, these settings don't really make any difference. They just help you visualize it when you're running it inside of Keynote. In order to convert this to an MP4, you have to isolate the slide, convert it to a QuickTime M4V, apply a utility to change the video format. We have chosen Prism, which is available on your App Store, but any utility that does the same thing is fine. So let's isolate this slide, right-click on the slide, copy it, create a new presentation with File, New, it doesn't matter which theme you choose. Right-click on the first slide and paste in the slide that you just copied. Delete that first slide, it's not necessary. Here it is, and so what we're going to do is we're going to save it as a QuickTime all by itself. So say File, Export to QuickTime, and make sure that go to next slide after 0 seconds is there, and go to next build after 0 seconds is there. That's important. It keeps the file size small and reduces delay before and after the presentation is being played. Next, we'll now change the file name to be the same as the presentation, ExC. Add the word auto jump, which was explained in a previous example. And now you add two numbers, the first being the slide after which GesturePresenter will play this movie. It will play after slide 2, and it is the first movie file to be played after slide 2. If there was another to be played after gesturing, it would be 2.2. If there was a third to be played after gesturing, it would be 2.3. Notice it's going to be called M4V. We're going to then have to convert that to an MP4. So we now export it. It's creating the movie for us. We suggest you keep your movie files relatively short. Keeps the file sizes low and the presentation slicker. So you end up with ExC AutoJump 21.m4v. You're going to drag that into Prism or whatever utility you have chosen. In Prism, be sure to select the output format is going to be MP4, and select your Save To folder to be the same as the presentation.